Today we are in the office of Mr. Albert Azongo. I mean, he's the media consultant for Charger Limited, producers of, in Upper East here actually, producers of Happy Man's Bitters and Plus One Beverages. We're going to talk about Happy Man's Bitters, what Happy Man's Bitters is doing in the region. Basically, everything is happy with Happy Man's Bitters. So at this point, I'd like to welcome him.
I'm glad you are here.
Allowing us into your office.
I'm glad you're here.
Your premises this evening.
It is fine. It's equally your office, so you're always free to come around anytime.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're happy.
Yes.
You served us with plus one cola. I think I prefer the tamarind.
Yes, that's why I also have one here.
Okay,
it's
so
actually my favorite kind of.
Let me take yours.
Oh really? Okay, there's another one here. You can take that instead.
Okay, so I would move it.
Yes, you can take that instead.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we can keep the cola for our colleagues.
Exactly.
Yes.
Anyway, welcome.
Thank you very much.
Happy Man's Bitters. I'm here.
Yes.
Let's do this quickly. This is a brand that has been in the region.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's, if I recall, before 2015, it was quite difficult, to have brands coming into the region to sponsor programs. In the entertainment sector, most of us, would like to do about entertainment and then probably some philanthropic jobs here and there. But Happy Man's Bitters came in 2015, if I got the timing right. How did the timing, how right was the timing for you?
Yeah, so in 2015, at that time, I was still within the media space.
Yeah.
At that time, I used to work with A1 Radio.
Okay.
I recall the very first visit they made. I was in the office at the time when they came with some celebrities, some Kumawood celebrities. I remember Lilwin was part of the crew. I remember Acrobato was also part of the crew. That was the first time I had the opportunity to meet them on a personal level. Okay. Aside seeing them on TV and following them on some other channels. Yeah. So that was the birth of Charger Limited in the Upper East region. That was the time they were introducing their product, Happy Man Bitters, in the region. And in fact, our understanding was that the company had come in purposely to sell their products and nothing else. And so basically it was about a new alcoholic product that was coming onto the market. People were very anxious about it, wanting to know what they are bringing on board. And I must admit that it was quite a difficult terrain because there were already other brands that were already in the region at the time. So they were coming in to face off the existence of some other brands that have been around for quite some time. The aspect that personally I didn't expect is the show of commitment, the show of so much attention on sponsorship for a lot of programs. And so right from the launch, 2015, 2016, the company got involved with a lot of activities in the region, especially entertainment and sports. And so it was at the time that we heard so much about sponsorship. In fact, before that time, it was quite difficult getting sponsorship. People largely focused on the telecommunication networks for sponsorship.
I remember.
Yes, and then others also focus on the local small and medium scale businesses in the region. So it was quite difficult for somebody to really want to sponsor your program. It was quite a big challenge. But they are coming into the region in 2015, kind of set a certain standard or a certain template for others. And they have set a standard that they still have maintained, as in being one of, in fact, virtually the only company that has been involved with a lot of sporting and entertainment activities. I'm sure that if you list almost all the entertainment events that have happened in our region since 2015, talking about awards, music awards, talking about beauty pageants and all that, largely it has been about Happy Man Bitters and Charger Limited. And significantly, they are coming to the region has added a lot of value to especially entertainment and sports.
That's going to be my next question.
Yeah.
How impactful this sponsorship has been, to the music, I mean the entertainment sector?
It's been very impactful because you see, entertainment entrepreneurs usually would, aside looking at the unearned talent, they also look at, you know, making money.
Yeah.
Now, if you keep organizing a program and you are not able to break even, or you're not able to even meet your bills, you will not be encouraged to do it the next time. Or if you go ahead to do it, the quality will dip.
Yeah.
Now, what the influence has been, in my view, is that it has contributed to unearthing a lot of talents in our region. Talent in music, talent in sports, football, and talent in, of course, beauty pageantry.
Yeah.
So you've had a group of young people who have put themselves together with brand names, and they are into organization of events. So you have the likes of ILB's Entertainment. They've been, there are some others I can't immediately remember, who saw, in fact, they were energized to want to continue to organize programs because they knew that there's always somebody who is willing to give them some helping hand with some sponsorship. So it has contributed to making the entertainment industry quite an active one, and has led to unearthing talents in sports. So we had football games where we have had the company sponsoring a lot of football activities, and that has also kind of brought about a lot of interest in sporting activities in the region as well. So two things here. One, it has whipped up the interest. It has reactivated the entertainment industry, the sports sector, and it has also kind of made a lot of young people passionate about entertainment programs and wanting to build something for themselves. Because I like it when I see young people striving hard to make, I mean, to be meaningful or to make an impact on their region. And so Charger Limited has supported these young people who are into entertainment to continue to organize programs, and that has effectively benefited the region so much.
What did you run out? Open soft drinks, no plus one apple, emu atinka. Open you no bio, never front bio, plus one mango, emu atin papa. Obianum plus one, so bet that marina plus one. Gana cola papa dear plus one. Soft drinks and one plus one. Obianum plus one.
Okay, so Mr. Azongo, it was the CEO's birthday, that was on the 23rd.
Yes.
I mean, yeah, he met with a couple of media personnel.
Yeah.
And then it went down. It was quite a small but really organized birthday party.
Yes.
It's not a happy belated birthday. It's gone, but
yeah,
we're still in the mood celebrating him. Such a great man. The whole media meeting up with the media in Upper East. What was it all about? What was the main reason?
Yes. So the reason we decided to put up that media engagement was for him to expand his network with media practitioners in the region. So at least over the years, since the year 2015, he's been in touch with quite a number of media guys, because he has visited the region frequently. A lot of his activities have had media coverage, so he knows some of the persons who work in the media space in the region, but not a lot of them. So as part of the birthday celebration, he actually asked me if I think it was a good idea for us to have an engagement with the media, which is going to be the evening party. And I was like, well, it was a good move, so that he would establish a personal relationship with a lot of our colleagues in the fraternity. We know that we are many in the region, and so we couldn't invite everybody. So we had to do targeted invitations. Targeted invitations, so that it would offer us the opportunity to interact with him. There's a lot that has happened in the last years that we never had the opportunity to seek explanations from him. Having been involved with some groups and some activities in the region, there were times some misreports or some misinformation went out there, and you hardly had the opportunity to hear from him as the CEO of the company that has been very supportive of a lot of groups and possibly is associated with certain brands. So the media engagement was, first of all, to get to know more of the media personnel here in the region, to get closer to them, to speak with them, to get feedback from them. So on the night, there was a lot of discussion. It was not all about eating and drinking.
Yeah.
There was a lot of discussion. In fact, we had an open forum where he asked what suggestions were at stake for him to see how he could continue to support the region, especially in beefing up the entertainment area. I remember that was the issue we discussed, the issue about sponsorship for entertainment programs. And he asked for feedback. We should bring suggestions. And there were a lot of very interesting suggestions that our colleagues put across to him as to how he can continue to support the entertainment industry in the Upper East region. So that was actually what happened.
I mean, it was quite a night.
Yes, it was. It was. Yes. Yeah.
It was quite a night. We met
yes.
A few, interactions here and there.
Yeah.
It was quite a birthday celebration it was.
Yes. Yeah.
No, so as part of this birthday celebration, there were donations that were made,
yeah,
if I got right, to various, some specific chosen orphanages in the region.
Yeah.
Okay, there's this thing that really amuses me about this man, Doc. I mean, he could have decided to celebrate his birthday anywhere.
Yeah.
He decided to choose Upper East, then some donations as well to orphanages, less privileged orphanages.
Yeah.
I mean, tell me, how did the donations go?
Okay, so I was here one day when he called me. Usually he calls me boss. Yes. So he just called me when I picked up. He said, "Boss, good morning." I said, "Charlie, good morning. What's up?" He was like, can you identify some vulnerable groups in the Upper East region? I want to make some donations on my birthday." And I was like, "Okay. What are you looking? Are you looking at one group or a number of them?" He said, "Well, let's look at about 2 groups that we can make donations to." And I said, "Okay, that's fine. I would look at it and get back to him." And he said, "I should just handle it, whatever it is. All I needed to do was to report to him on what I would need to make the program a success." So I said, "Okay, no problem." So I also quickly put pen to paper and identified certain groups. Those that I wasn't so much conversant with, I asked colleagues to help me. And I had about 6 proposals. The Nabrongo prisons came on the radar. We had widows groups, we had orphanages. In fact, some people spoke about persons with disability. So I had a list and I had to further trim it down and looking at within these groups, those that are really, really vulnerable and really very much in need. So after back and forth discussions, we cut the number down to 3. And so we settled for an orphanage in Son here called God's Love Residential Home. And the reason why I settled on that orphanage, proposed to him that this is one of the orphanages I think we should visit, is because it's been one of the orphanages that has not had, it has not been given attention. At least we know that all orphanages are in need, but there are some that in the years we know that they've been quite a number of visits, so they are known and they appear to have had quite some support in the past. And there are some that exist but we don't know about them. So we wanted to be positively biased. So this is like some kind of positive discrimination, that why don't we give our attention to those that have not had attention in the past. So we chose the orphanage here in Soin because I was told that orphanage houses children of mentally challenged women and women who have certain special conditions and also special children. So we settled for that. Then we also settled for an orphanage in the Talensi district called Timataba Children's Home. It's also another orphanage that has not had quite some good attention. So we chose that. So I'll go back to him and I said, okay, we have chosen, these are the 2 areas I think we should visit. Then that was when he said that, okay, so what number are we looking at? I said, we are looking at about 50 because they all have approximately 25 children. He said, well, 50, that's too small. Can we scale it up? I was like, okay, fine. Then if we need to scale that, then let's look at widows. And this is the cut. Yeah. Interestingly, 23rd June marked International Widows Day. Okay. So it coincided with his birthday. So immediately I contacted Fati of Widows and Orphans Movement. She's been working with the widows. So I called her up and said, okay, Fati, I have a friend who wants to support some widows, but we are interested in widows who are really in need, because I'm aware that all of them may be widows, but there are some of them who are engaged in one economic activity or the other. I know some of them are into shea butter making, some of them are into granule paste production, but we're looking at those who are old, those who are actually economically weak, down. So if they could select those ones for us, 30 of them, to make up the number up to 80, adding up to the number of children we're going to meet. So that was what happened. So the selection was very well done, and the widows we met on that day, we were very satisfied that these were actually very needy widows.
Still speaking about the donations that were made on that day, I mean, could you elaborate more on the items that?
Yes, so the items that we donated on that day were selected carefully because we wanted it to meet the needs of the beneficiaries. Yeah. So we looked at the rice, essentially foodstuff. We looked at toiletries. We looked at how do you call it, books and all that. And so the things we gave them were for their welfare and also for their education. So I will just share with you. So for instance, we gave them bags of rice, we gave them oil, we gave them bathing soap, toilet roll, toothbrushes, some Pampers, books, baby foods, URNS. So for babies that are not breastfeeding, special feed for them. We had liquid soap and all that. So by way of distribution, each of the 2 orphanages got 10 bags of 25 kg bag of rice each. So the 2 of them gave us 20 bags. So 10 bags here, 10 bags over there, 5 boxes each of the 4.5 liter fractor oil. That gives us 20. That gives us 20 liters because each box contains 5 of the 4.5 liter. So that gives us 20 gallons. Yeah. So in fact, there were 5 boxes, and each box contains 4. So if you want to look at the total number of gallons, we are talking about 20 gallons of the oil. 5 boxes of bathing soap, 5 buckets of washing powder, 2 cartons of tea roll, 1 carton of toothbrush, 1 carton of toothpaste, 1 carton of Pampers, 10 packs of books, 2 cartons of baby wipes, 1 carton of nanny food. Quite a lot, so much. And at the end of the day, the food, these items we bought here in Bolga. In fact, the widows got, there were 30 widows, and each widow got 25 kg bag of rice. So we're talking about 30 bags of the 25 kg with oil, with soap and drinks and a lot of others, plus some cash amount that was given to them, an amount of 6,000 Ghana cedis for them, because our understanding was that because they were old women, transportation back to their villages, their communities was a challenge. So each of them was given 200 Ghana cedi, and by 30, that gave us an amount of 6,000 Ghana cedi. Now, it was. Now at the orphanage, the Soin orphanage, that's the God's Love Residential Home, he gave them an additional amount of 1,000 Ghana cedi, and he said it was the beginning of a pledge he had made. So he made a pledge to them that for the next 1 year, every month he will give them 1,000 Ghana cedis.
This is what we want to hear from.
Yes.
I would be hoping that people would, see this.
Exactly. And because as an orphanage, they have utility bills. So, for instance, they have electricity bill, they have water bills to take care of. So he feels that with 1,000 Ghana cedi every month, he made a joke that if he's not out of job, if Charger Limited continues to employ him, then he will share his salary with them. So he made that initial deposit of 1,000 Ghana cedi and has actually instructed that I go give them 1,000 cedis every month ending. And so that was a public pronouncement made, and we're going to follow it through. Now at the second orphanage home in Biogo, that's in the Talensi district, he gave them a cash amount of 2,000 Ghana cedis in addition to the product that we're giving. And so in all, when we did the computation, in fact, there were also bills of clothing that were added for the two orphanages, one each. So in all, in fact, the aggregate figure was around 56,000 Ghana cedi for the entire exercise. And this even excludes some other expenses that we incurred thereafter. And so for me, it's a big donation. He uses that as an opportunity also to launch the foundation. Yeah, because yes.
Let's just talk about the foundation.
Yes. I know every company that is growing, you need to give back to society. Now the Upper East region has supported his brand. 2015, having come into the region, until now, the people of the region have accepted his products. Now, some non-alcoholic products have also been introduced. That's the +1 beverages. They are also being accepted by the people. And so, if it were you want to give back to society, you look at which region has given me massive support or massive acceptability. And so that's one of the reasons he had to come to the region here to launch the foundation. So it was not just a birthday celebration, it was not just a donation, but it also marked the birth of the Happy Man Foundation, which moving forward is going to take care of this CSR, this corporate social responsibility wing of Charger Limited. So you can be rest assured that it's going to be an annual event, and that every year, 23rd of June, there will be some corporate social responsibility that will be undertaken in the region here as part of the celebration. And also, like he mentioned to you the other time, there are considerations for identifying community challenges. If there are communities that have special needs and the foundation can reach out to them, if the foundation has the financial capacity to reach out to them, they can reach out to them. In the last 2 days, I discussed something with him, and I can disclose this, that so people buy the products, people buy Charger, Happy Man beaters, they take the product and they throw the sachet around. So there's a conversation that we are about to roll out a program that will reclaim all the sachet, all used sachet, all empty sachet. Because one, we need to protect the environment. And that's it. So what has happened effectively is that it's an opportunity for us to call back all used sachets. So in the next few days, we're going to roll out a campaign.
I would like you to tell the public out there, there are people in the region, people outside the region that can come in to help makes big things happen, if not just in the entertainment industry. We were talking about the very vulnerable organizations, the orphanages, the widows, the needy in society. So what can be done to get some of these people on board?
The essence of business is also to improve lives. So business is not all about making money. It's about impacting the lives of people. That is why every company that grows and begins making profit, you must begin thinking about the people. And so you would agree with me that in the Upper East region, we have hardly seen companies that have shown so much love for certain industries here in our region, like entertainment and sports, as I indicated. And so for me, Charger Limited has set the pace. It is showing the way. Our region will get better if we have, let's say, 3 more or 5 more of the likes of Charger Limited. Imagine that we have companies who are supporting the entertainment industry, supporting the sports industry. It's going to help you to grow. So we are always quick to compare how our industry here is faring with, let's just say, Tamale. We say, Tamale, the entertainment industry is very vibrant. So we have stars. And Dr. Bokete is passionate about making stars. And he mentioned it at the media engagement we had, that he wants to see that the Upper East region is also producing a lot of stars, such that when that particular star is in Accra or any other part of the country to put up a show, people will go out there to patronize that particular event. And that is his interest. And as long as he receives that assurance from the region that the region will also do its best and ensures that they make use of his support, then he'll continue to support them. I am very optimistic that if things go as expected, the support for the region will expand. It won't be limited only to sports and entertainment. It can also be extended to other areas, including supporting small-scale businesses, supporting young people who have very brilliant ideas and they need the financial push to be able to put through or realize their business dreams. I am very optimistic that that is where we are headed. And my hope is that the region will continue to support Charger Limited, patronize their products, and ensure that whatever he's giving back to us as a region, we appreciate him by continuing to support his company grow. And aside that, a lot of jobs have also been provided for young people. Yeah, so we may just be looking at the aspect of the donations and the attention that is being given to the activities that they do. But beyond that, there are a lot of young people who have been employed, who earn their daily bread from activities of the company. And for me, this is one that is worth commending. And I am hoping that other people are also watching, other CEOs, other companies that have a market in the Upper East region are also watching, and that they would learn and follow suit so that together the region can equally benefit much more from the progress of those companies.
I mean, I think Happy Man is here to change lives.
Yeah.
Definitely people's lives will be changed.
Sure.
Positively.
Sure.
Positively, actually.
Sure.
Well, thank you so much.
I'm glad.
Thank you, Mr. Albert Azongo, for having us in your office today.
Thank you so much. And on behalf of Charger Limited, on behalf of Dr. Emmanuel Bokete, I want to thank you guys for coming, and also thank you for supporting the brand. It is our hope that as we grow and as things get better, all of us will reap the fruits that is coming out of all these efforts we are putting through.
It's all for the betterment, the good of the region.
Sure. Sure.
Thank you so much, man.
Thank you so much.
Well, we're speaking to Mr. Albert Azongo, who is the media consultant of Charger Limited in the Upper East region, and producers of Happy Man's Bitters and Happy Man +1 beverages. Now, +1 beverages include cola, apple, tamarind, and
mango, and energy.
Well, my favorite is the tamarind. You can try all the other flavors. All right. Thank you so much for speaking to you, and we'll see you.